Welcome to Dropzone. Dropzone lives in your menu bar. Click on it to open your Dropzone grid. Your Dropzone grid is a collection of time-saving actions that you can drag files onto or click on to run actions. To use a Dropzone action, just start dragging a file. Dropzone will appear at the top of the screen, and you can drag onto it to open your grid of actions. Drag the file onto the action you want, and Dropzone will perform the action on the file. You can add actions to your Dropzone grid by clicking the plus icon in the top left and then choosing the action you want to add. Dropzone actions can do many things, like opening applications, moving, uploading, or converting files. Let's add a Move Files action into the Dropzone grid. Just open the grid and choose Move Files from the Add Action menu. You can then choose the folder you want Dropzone to move files to. Once the action is added, you can drag files onto it to use it. At the top of the Dropzone grid is the Grid Selector. This lets you switch between different Dropzone grids. You can create as many Dropzone grids as you want, and each grid can have different actions and categories. This feature is new in Dropzone 5 and makes Dropzone a lot more powerful because you can have different grids with just the actions that are relevant to what you're doing. Let's take a look at some more features in Dropzone. Clicking on this button expands a section at the top of the Dropzone grid. You can drop folders or apps onto Add to Grid to add them into your Dropzone grid. Dropbar is a special holding area you can drag files onto to temporarily hold them until you need them. To use Dropbar, drag a file onto the Dropbar icon in the Dropzone grid. When you're ready to use the file, click on the Dropzone menu bar icon and drag the file out of Dropbar. You can drag files from Dropbar onto a Dropzone action or onto another folder or app. You can click on this button to pop out Dropbar into a floating window that stays on the screen. This keeps Dropbar visible even when switching to another app. You can hover over items in Dropbar and press spacebar to preview them. You can also drag files onto each other in Dropbar to create a stack of files. If you right-click on an item in Dropbar, you'll get more options, such as the ability to lock items. If you lock items, a copy of the files is made when they are dragged out and they remain in Dropbar. Dropbar items are remembered per grid, so you can keep different collections of files in each grid that will be ready when you want to use them. This is just a quick intro showing you how to get started with Dropzone, but Dropzone does loads more. Download Dropzone at apptonic.com to try it out and see how it can improve your workflow and help you be more productive.